Sierra Leone President Julius Maada Bio has ordered the creation of a commission of inquiry to investigate graft and the immediate audit of at least 2 banks amid a surge of corruption allegations against the previous government. The Anti-Corruption Commission will be headed by 2 judges whose names will be made public soon. The government will instruct the state-owned Sierra Leone Commercial Bank Limited and closely held Rokel Commercial Bank Limited to recover unpaid loans owned by politically and financially exposed persons within 30 days. The announcement follows a report released last week that alleges widespread corruption in the government of ex-President Ernest Bai Koroma, who stepped down this year after 2 terms in office. Koroma, who himself has been accused of fraudulent practices in the report, has dismissed the allegations as baseless and says that the ruling Sierra Leone People's Party is conducting a smear campaign. The Ugandan government plans to review the controversial social media and mobile money taxes in the wake of a public outcry. The Parliament last month passed the Excise Duty Amendment Bill 2018 that introduced a levy of 200 shillings per day for access to a range of online services. Some platforms affected by the tax include Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Google Hangouts, YouTube, Skype, Yahoo Messenger. The new taxes, which have been implemented by the country's telecommunications companies since July 1, also saw Ugandans pay a 1% tax on all mobile money transactions. The mobile money tax has since been revised by the country's President Yoweri Museveni to 0.5%. Prime Minister Rukana Rugunda told a session of Parliament on Wednesday that government has noted public concerns regarding some of the elements in implementation of especially tax on mobile money transactions and OTT. And South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has described the Continental Free Trade Agreement as a new dawn for Africa. Mr. Ramaphosa, who made the remarks during the 25th anniversary of the African Export-Import Bank, AfriExim, in Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, says the CFTA agreement should be utilized to develop the African continent.
It is a significant step towards the creation of an integrated and diversified market of approximately $3.3 trillion with a population of well over 1.2 billion. In pursuing the CFTA, we seek to combine market integration with industrial and infrastructure development to ensure that we enhance Africa's productive capacity, address supply-side constraints, and alleviate the infrastructure deficit that is so pervasive across the continent. It is about time that the talent and productive capacity that this inherent agreement that is inherent amongst all of us as Africans be utilized to develop our continent. This enormous capacity we have has, from time immemorial, been used to develop the environments of other parts of the world. We have had great capacity from time immemorial. We're not only the originators of civilization, but we were also the contributors of the development of other parts of the world. You look at how Europe is developed and you ask yourself, where did the material, where did the innovation that they now have come from? You look at North America, we contributed greatly for the development of that continent as well. We have the means to produce the goods that will be freely traded across the continent, and we need to have the roads, the railways, the ports, the air routes that are going to carry these goods. The CFTA will assist Africa as it works towards self-reliance, self-sufficiency, and greater capability. By trading amongst ourselves, as Africans, we will be able to retain more resources within our continent to be shared amongst our people as we have beneficiated them. This will help in alleviating poverty and reducing inequality. European countries' GDP are driven by trade amongst each other to the extent of 68%. North America intertrade contributes 37% of their GDPs, Latin America 20%, and in our case only 15%. This has to change. This must change for the better. Integration and the economic development that will accompany this change will also contribute towards the maintenance of stability, of democracy, peace and development on our continent. At the same time, we need to work with greater determination and urgency to end conflict as a continent and instability to create improved conditions as well as economic development. Greater integration of our market and inclusive growth provides greater possibilities to replace conflict with constructive dialogue. Integration will also assist in our efforts as a continent to silence the guns that are still raging on our continent. This annual meeting is convened at a time when the multilateral trading system is under severe strain and pressure.
Cyril Ramaphosa, South Africa's president. And finally, a refined products pipeline linking Kenya's capital Nairobi with the port city of Mombasa is complete and ready for use. The 450-kilometer pipeline will eliminate an estimated 700 oil tanker trucks per day that transport fuel by road between Mombasa and Nairobi. It will also enhance and improve the reliability of fuel supply to the export markets of Uganda, Rwanda, and Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Construction began in July 2014 on the pipeline, which replaces one built in 1973 by Lebanon's Zakem International that had outlived its 30-year lifespan and was prone to rupture. The pipeline would have a throughput of 1 million liters per hour once commissioned. And that's it on the program. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Chimezie Obi Iwabu.